Shocking turn of events. Turns out I'm going to be graduating school today. I didn't know this. I thought I had like 15 more hours. And then this lady texts me, she goes, "You have 5 more hours, so you can graduate today or Monday or Tuesday." And I was like, I'll be there. So today I'm going to do my makeup one final time for school. And I'm going to get it over with and say goodbye and never go back. To get this over dewy skin, I put a little bit of oil, almond oil, on my face prior to my makeup. I have super dry skin, so any moisture I can get, I'll take. So I'll be starting off with eyebrows. Now my current routine is usually a pomade that I brush out, a brow gel. This is the NYX. Oh, and this is the Maybelline Tattooed Studio in 372 Blonde. Obviously the NYX brow glue. And then I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish in, I believe, light ivory. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just going to begin by brushing up my brow hairs and then filling them in along their natural shape. Once they're all filled in, to blend them out and avoid that kind of like stark Instagram brow, I will brush them out and just make sure they look soft, fluffy, and natural. Then to set all the hairs in place, I'm going in with this NYX brow glue to make sure everything is up and cohesive. Beginning to define the brow, I use this round flat brush by Morphe, and I take that concealer, which is, I believe, the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating one, and I go around the bottom of the brow and the top of the brow. The concealer I'm using is like literally my skin tone, so it's okay if I use it on top and bottom, but if the concealer you're using is super light, make sure that you're using a darker color or like foundation for the top of your brow. Once the brows are defined, I just blend in around them and make sure to blend in that concealer on my eyelid, and then I'm going to set my eyelid with a light color before I begin the shadow. So I actually ordered a baby blue graduation cap on Amazon, and it might be here like right before I go to school. So I'm gonna do my makeup mostly with like these blue shades, and then I think I'm gonna draw like a graduation cap above my eyebrow or something. I don't know. Now that the lid is set and primed, I'm going to start with this light blue shade and just work it back and forth into my crease, making sure that it is all blended out and diffused.
I mean, Case.
No, babe, you're being the best.
They're gorgeous.
Babe, you got little spray bottles.
Oh, they're here already?
Yeah.
They're not spray bottles, they're pump bottles, right? They're pumps, though. Open them, please, so I can make sure. Like, for liquid foundation, not for water.
Yeah, they're pumps.
Okay.
Looks like it. I don't know.
Using that same concealer and brush, I'm going to go ahead and do a half cut crease. Usually I like to just stamp some concealer on there and then look up so that it goes all the way up to my crease. And then with my eyes open, I draw the initial shape of the crease so that I can see exactly where it's going to be when I'm looking at you. Because that is how people perceive your makeup. To fill in the cut crease, I'm using just a sparkly light blue, and then I went over it with some more blue sparkles. For the sparkles, I used the NYX glitter glue, and then I'm going to go in with the Miss A Artista black liner, which is literally $1. I love it so much. And I'm just going to do a good old wing, and later on I'll go back and do a wing in the inner corner of my eye as well. This is my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I love this mascara. I use it for everything. I even use the same brand waterproof version on clients. But, you know, just go ahead and stamp that on there. We're going to be putting lashes on anyways, so I try not to clump on too much mascara just to make the lashes look even. I love this clear duo lash glue. I use it for my lashes all the time. I will stamp it on my actual eye and on the lash band because once they both kind of dry down and you stick them together, they're like magnets because it already has something to stick to, so it makes it way easier to put your eyelash on. So as you can see, once the glue is dry, I take my tweezers, I just kind of pop them on, and I blend them in with my regular lash. I don't always wear foundation, but I'm also not always graduating makeup school. But I've had this foundation for at least since the summer, so it may be a little bit darker than me at this point, but it's what I have, so it's what we're going to work with. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless in 112 Natural Ivory, and then I'm going to go back in with that same concealer to spot conceal and highlight my face a little bit. This is the NYX White Eyeliner Pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and just pop that in my waterline to brighten up my eyes. Now using the Airspun Loose Powder in what I believe is the translucent, I'm going to go ahead and just set that foundation. For under eyes and anywhere that I feel like I really need to set, I like to use a pressed powder. So this is the Fit Me pressed powder, and I feel like it just helps add that almost airbrushed finish, especially to concealed areas. Blend out the shadow underneath the eye to add more dimension. For bronzer today, I am using this e.l.f. Sun-Kissed Powder Bronzer, and I am just going to apply it around my forehead, my jawline, my cheekbones, and down my nose as well for a soft contour. For blush today, I am using this ColourPop in Drop of a Hat. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I really like this one because it does have a continuous spray, so I do feel like it actually gets your whole face. But I love to set my makeup before I go in with my highlighter, so here I believe I'm just using another shade from that same palette. If not, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero collab. But I feel like once you set that base and you put your highlighter on top of that, it's just so much more poppin'. For lips, I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Dubai. To write 22, I use this NYX Vivid Brights in blue, and then I use the NYX white liner and I think it was the Miss A black liner, again to begin to create that graduation cap above my eyebrow. That was me trying to figure out how to draw it. If you see me looking back at my computer, I'm looking at a picture. Once I got the initial shape down, I went back in with that black liner to define the shape that I created and begin to create like a shadowy gradient look. But I don't have like a gray, so I literally just kept putting the black and white on top of each other and then just trying to blend them together to create that gray gradient. Same thing for the top of the cap, just filling it in with both black and white and then mixing it together. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the little tassel, and I'm doing it with that same blue liner since I know that my cap is going to be blue. Every teacher ever. I'm no artist, but... Okay, so now I'm going to go back and do that inner corner little wing with the same Miss A waterline, and I try to just keep the same triangular shape of my actual eyeball right there, and just extend it out. So this is my final graduation look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I cannot wait to get out of the school and see what I do in the future.